Johnny Candido, Marietta College dropout, the shortest powerlifter to dunk on the internet. The road to 40-inch vertical begins now.
A little over 2 months in, and we are already down 7 pounds. I started out at 189.6. Not bad.
For those who don't know, my pull-up max starting off was 75 pounds, and that was for a pretty dirty rep.
Can you lose by following God? I'm not talking about following your friend. I'm not talking about following other men. He created the heavens and the earth. He's the greatest, and he loves us so much. How could you lose if you follow God?
For the first check-in, I'm glad to say the results have been quite good. Doing these heavy, loaded pull-ups has really been the key to finding some balance for me. As you can see here, my biceps and just overall my torso is just matching a little bit more with my more naturally big lower body. And the right bicep has also come up. Now that's partially just due to coordination with flexing, things like that. But this shot in particular, that's my angle. And I am definitely making some tangible improvements. This shot's more in focus, and I'm starting to look a little succulent.
Think I got my swagger back. Oh.
Now when it comes to the lower body, not much has changed, since I have naturally the lower body fat percentage of Meg the Stallion. It's probably like 25% body fat still. But the upper back and biceps have also made clear improvements. If you're a powerlifter, I cannot recommend strongly enough that you pursue heavy chin-ups. It's so much fun, and as you can see, it's already starting to bring some balance. Look at that slow motion. None of this weight loss would have been possible without Jack Factory supplements. That's not even remotely true. However, this protein tastes really good. And most importantly, it's only $24 for 30 servings if you use the discount code JOHNNY. And that's a really good deal. That's even if I didn't benefit from the relationship, that is an objectively very good deal. And if you if you like protein, then it tastes pretty good. I use this one. I drink it. Yeah, I mix it and then I drink it. I don't drink it straight from here. I don't just stick it in my mouth. This sales pitch has kind of gone south. Can you just click the link in the description? Well, Johnny, how's your strength holding up? I'm glad you asked. As far as the bench press, this is probably the most exciting lift because I hit 370 pounds. Unfortunately, the video was deleted off the SD memory card. It was formatted accidentally. But it was definitely the most impressive lift to me personally because I've downshifted my frequency, like I mentioned before, to 3 times a week from going 6 times a week. And I've also lost 6 pounds. Yet I was still able to bench a very clean 370 pounds. Now, as far as the squat, I was able to squat 600 pounds recently. As far as the deadlift, that's also one where it's just okay. 660 pounds, as you can see here, with straps. My hamstring's holding up fine. So overall, everything's just pretty good to go. Like, that's a pretty good gym total right now while losing 6 pounds. And we will see how it holds up for the next 5 pounds. And then the last point is my jumping. What have I been doing for my jumping? Nothing. I'm just focusing on losing weight first. That's it. And the reason why I'm doing this is because if you do focus on too many goals at once, a lot of times then you can get injured, especially when you're dealing with a caloric deficit. So I'm definitely playing it safe. I'm gonna lose that weight, get to 178 first. Brady, come here. Okay. I'm gonna get to 178 first, and then I'm gonna start jumping, and I will jump full force. So as far as the pull-ups go, though, that was the most exciting part for me because I think I will be able to pull up 125 pounds, hopefully, next test, and then 150 pounds. Brady, would you relax? 150 pounds will be my goal in the medium term. And that will put me somewhere in the pecking order with Enrique Fitness is one guy who I want to surpass. I'm gunning after him. But he's a YouTube channel who I've wanted to collaborate with for the longest time. And then Alpha Destiny is in that mid to upper range. I believe he's beyond 160 pounds.
If you take a weight of pull-up from 90 pounds to 135 pounds, that is objective, real progression. And you know with 100% certainty that gains were made.
And then the Swolefessor is the ultimate YouTuber as far as pull-ups. You know, he's done 200 pounds.
Come on! Let's go, Marcellus! Oh, yeah! All right, come on! Oh, nice! 200!
So that's the pecking order. I want to get to 150 pounds, and I think I can. And it's actually pretty exciting because I think I can just be strong in a lift like that and not just a strong power lifter, just a strong person. But the last thing I want to talk about is Derek of More Plates, More Dates made a video about my first video about how I want to lose weight and how I used to be more jacked. A lot of people have asked me, what are my thoughts on that? Now, overall, the video was great. He was very respectful, and I really enjoy it when someone who doesn't normally watch my videos exposes, you know, obviously a whole new audience. Like, there was a time where I was 177.
What? So again, you know, the literal main, like he probably has more muscle now. Like he has more muscle on his frame, but yet objectively looks so much worse. You know, no knock to him. It's just, you know, he's fucking making a video about it himself and he knows it.
But there was one thing that was a little bit of an issue for me personally, is first of all, he went way too far back and he used the video of me flexing in my driveway as the example of me being more jacked in the past. Now I said I was more jacked 300 pounds ago on my total. That was like 500 plus pounds on my total before. So when I went from basically a 1070 total or 1100 total to like a 1380 total, I just got more muscular, you know, very clearly. And I was running the 6-week program at that time. It was only from 1380 to then basically 1680, 1675. That's where I really started to specialize and also gained weight to where I would basically lose water cut into meats as opposed to being a lean, you know, 176, 177. Now I do also want to bring that point up, is that Derek said how you could look more jacked potentially at 155 to 160.
It's not that hard to look jacked when you're lean. Even when you are, you know, even if you're like 150, 160 shredded, that's going to look more impressive than a lot of guys who were like 190, 200 who are, you know, like objectively like bigger, I guess. Like
maybe some of you guys disagree with this, but I wouldn't use the word jacked around 155. You know, that wasn't the intention of the video. I used to be a legitimate 175 morning weight, you know, around 178 midday weight. Yeah, obviously some people could say that's small across the board, but I would definitely say that's very different than 155. I would say at 189, being kind of out of shape, I would still consider myself more jacked than, you know, myself at 155. I was that as a, you know, senior in high school. But yeah, so let me know in the comments if you actually agree with that. Would you say someone like Conor McGregor, who competes, you know, in the 150s, when he's at his competition body weight, would you consider him to be jacked? I wouldn't. Now I know obviously he could beat me up and all that stuff. You know, don't comment going like, oh, he could kick your ass. Like, I get it. My point is, I would never see a man under 160 pounds and just think he's jacked. I see 175 or more as the cutoff for jacked. And I could definitely compromise to 172. But it's somewhere around that range where you could be a running back at a small college. You know, and to me, just anything under that, it's your lean, impressive, good endurance, but not jacked. You know, that's my opinion. So what's your cutoff? I know some people may say, hey, you need to be 185 or 190. That's fair. But anyways, that's the video. Make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we're going to continue to get leaner, more athletic, and slightly weaker, but still hopefully impressive. Peace.
The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, who comes short again and again.
Also, I'm getting as big of a range of motion as possible here. The weights do touch the ground slightly, but if I were to make the belt any shorter, it would risk losing my fertility. We're doing the best we can.
Check out Candido Training HQ. He seems to be an OG of the platform, so respect. Should be interesting to see how it ends up by the end of it, if he ends up looking better than he previously did back in the 2012 to 2014 era.